This week on the Faces of Africa podcast, I am joined by George Kinyanjui, who was the director of photography on this week's episode, Sam Nujoma, Love for the People. George, Sam just died. How do you feel about that?
It's very, very unfortunate because I think Sam was what I would say everyone's grandpa. Like you spend time with him and you'll feel so good because hanging out with one of your grandparents, with your grandpa.
Yeah, he comes across as super friendly in the interview that you all did with him. How long did you spend with Sam?
Actually, that was I remember it was in around 2013, and we were filming this documentary about Sam Nujoma, Love for the People, and I guess we spent. It was like about 2-3 days with him, like at the farm, and so we got to experience him and a few other things that he was doing. So it was very good for us. Yeah, it was a very good feeling for us.
Yeah, he looked like he was in very good physical condition because you walk around with him some on his farm and he's pointing things out. He didn't seem. He was, I guess, in his 80s then.
Yeah, he was 80. I think it was 84, and I was surprised at how active he was. Like because I remember, I think the first day when we went there with one of the producers, and he was taking us around his huge farm, I think at Etunda. And he'll say, do this. He was very, very active. Yeah, so I was very surprised. I was like, wow, I want to be this active when I'm 85. Yeah.
So he seemed to, the people in the film were very sympathetic to him. He didn't really seem to have any enemies, although he apparently shut down this newspaper where you talked to the publisher of the newspaper.
Yes.
Was he universally respected, or did he have some rivals?
I think, him being the father of the nation, literally, I think, and doing a lot of helping the young nation to gain independence. He has this sort of reverence. Like everyone knew that he was huge, that he was a very important figure in Namibia, and I don't think, and everyone loved him, as I said, because he had this spirit of I don't know, but you just feel comfortable around him. So and then he was very jovial, so I don't think he had many enemies per se. But with politics, maybe there might be a few things in there. But in terms of him having enemies, I don't think he had a lot. The guy was one of the best guys you could hang out with. So I don't know who would make enemies with President Sam Nujoma.
Yeah. Now I've never been to Namibia. I know that it's a lot of desert. You always come up with great pictures from wherever you go. Tell us about filming there.
Wow. Namibia was interesting. At that time, I remember I was only 22, 23 years. So I think it was one of my first major assignment as a filmmaker and a director of photography. And I went to Namibia to do that documentary. And I remember getting to the city itself, Windhoek, and there are a few people, not like a typical Nairobi city life where you're getting streets jammed. Namibia had a few more people, and then once we went outside the city, I was surprised at how empty and massive it looked. Like you'd drive for hours without seeing any settlement or any vehicle. So for me, it was a bit surreal, because I'm used to Nairobi. I was used to Nairobi. I come from Kiambu, which is just next to Nairobi, which is has a lot of people, a high population. So I'm used to people. I go there, I'm like, wow, if something happens to us in the middle of this road, I don't think we'll ever get help. But it was very beautiful. The landscape is beautiful. The people, once we met them, they were beautiful. They were very friendly to us. And they had this place they used to take us for their meat because I think it's one of the best places that they have the best nyama choma. I don't remember how it used to be called, but I remember those few things, and I had a very good time there. Yeah.
And tell me about you were on the coastline. I remember some coastline shots.
Yes. Actually, I think it was in a place called either Valvis Bay, where we have the desert, like a desert with the sand dunes and everything. Then there is a road. Then on this other side, like a different area, because you have the beach, you have the seagulls, you have everything. So you look at this side, full desert. Look at this other side, you have like a full ocean. And it was very, very interesting. I was like, wow, this is one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Well, you were a single man back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was 22.
But now you've just got a newborn baby. Tell me about her.
Man, I think I would have said like one of the I think sleep deprivation in a way, but I have one of the most beautiful daughters ever. Like this is my first time as a dad. You know, she's 2 months, and I was telling you earlier that sometimes I just go sneak and look at her, then come back. Then my wife is like, "Why are you going to do the baby?" I'm like, "I was just checking her because she's just so beautiful." Yeah, so it's a very beautiful feeling. Yeah, of being a new dad. Maybe you should give me some pointers of as we go along. Yeah.
And will you someday? Will she someday follow in your footsteps and become a filmmaker too?
I hope so, because I don't know, but I hope so, because actually one of my friends was joking that once she gets a bit of older, I should be tagging her to most of my filming escapades to see if she'll get something from it. Yeah, but she's very curious already. Yeah, so I hope maybe she'll take the reins after a few years.
Now, I know you've been busy with her. What have you been working on any other films?
Yes. As you said, we are doing a few documentaries, me and my team. We call it Dangerous Roads. The last one that we did had very good reviews because it's on YouTube. We had almost 4 million views, and everyone was saying, "Oh, we need to see more of this." So we have done 3 more. So we have completed 2, and 1 is still remaining. But very excited about the project. It's gonna be beautiful.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And just so you know, Faces of Africa is now working on a documentary about Yvonne Chaka Chaka.
Wow. Okay, the musician. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the most famous female singers in Africa.
Yes.
So our viewership can look forward to that. But hopefully that they'll tune in for Sam Nujoma, Love of the People, this weekend at 12:30 East Africa time.
Yes, it's a beautiful documentary, that one. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. George.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.